What's up, people? All right, look, I want to address this Deandre Baker situation. There's so many layers to it. Um, it's complicated. It's more than just let's cut him and move on. First off, you know, only thing we know for sure, I guess, is that he was at this party. There's rumors if he did it, didn't do it. Obviously, his lawyer's doing what he's supposed to do. Hey, my client's innocent. No lawyer's gonna come out and say their client's guilty, right? Regardless of what role we think he might have had, or if he had a role, that's just opinion based, man. So I'm not ready to drop the hammer on him yet for that. However, I do think what he is guilty of is just being irresponsible and making these bad choices. You know, the fact that, last year he didn't even know the playbook. He's falling asleep in meetings. This year, you would think after struggling so much, your goals would be set a little higher. So, you would think his mindset, I gotta show up to these voluntary training. I got a new coach, new playbook. I need to know this stuff. He wasn't there. Instead, he's out at a party where he finds himself. So that's something I think he is guilty of. Next part of this is Dave Gettleman. He's getting way too much heat for this, man. Way too much. Even if you want to talk about, they said there was red flags with him in the draft when it comes to character. Look, man, when you think of red flags, we've seen players get drafted with red flags. Red flags doesn't mean you're going to come out here and rob people, hold people at gunpoint. Like that's not what that means. So when he seen that he had these red flags, obviously he thought where he fell, it was a safe enough pick. So I don't think that's fair to get on Gettleman for that. I mean, how is Gettleman going to predict that Baker's going to come out here and end up in this situation? How does he know that? Granted, could he passed on him because of the information? Yes. Were there other corners out there? Yes. At the time, he was looked at as one of the top 3 corners. There were still options on the board, though. Obviously, we're not the professionals that for the Giants as far as scouts. Their draft board, for whatever reason, they had him there. We got to live with that. Next, when they talk about cutting this man, that's not that simple, man. Even if he did do this, it's something that you gotta think hard about if you're the Giants as far as moving on, because you end up with that dead cap hit. It comes out to be a little over $7 million. We're a team right now who a little thin on the money side right now because of our free agents that we picked up and the way we work the contracts, right? Initially, we kind of, the rumor was, or report was that we backloaded some of these contracts to free up the money. But now, that's not the case when looking at the contracts. So, when we cut them, if we cut them, I should say, sorry. You gotta consider that. That's $7 million dead cap. So if we do want to bring someone in, we gotta think, where's this money gonna come from? What do we do now as far as moving on? I'm not gonna lie. Even me saying that I think, he should be treated innocent until proven guilty. There's been a lot a lot surrounding this kid within the last 2 years. Me personally, I think we should move on. Even if we keep him on the team, I don't think he should necessarily immediately be the number 2. You know, I think back to Tom Coughlin, where we had to win. We were in a must-win game. I think it was versus the Eagles, week 17 even. We're in a must-win to make the playoffs. And what's he do? He benched Ahmad Bradshaw for the first half for being 5 minutes late to a meeting. Listen, you got to set an example. We end up winning that game. We make the playoffs, but you got to get control, man. Tom Coughlin demanded respect, and he got it. So I think this is something, if somehow, you know, Baker does come out clean in this, I think he definitely needs to earn it. If we put Sam Beal there for a couple of games and let him earn his spot back, I think that's definitely fair. I don't think it's something that should just be given to him. And that's if this kid's lucky enough to get an NFL career anywhere for that matter. I think whoever it is should definitely make him earn it. Let him know that this is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. This is no... It just doesn't seem like he appreciates it. You know, he thinks that he's the man, a little cocky, you know. Humble him a little bit. So, that's my thought on that. Options going forward, man. I mean, it's hard. It's hard. Like I was already saying, we're tight on money. We're tight on money. So, if we do cut him, we can fight it out with the NFL. You know, send a request, hey, this dude broke a lot of rules, and they can free us up from that cap hit. There's not too much money to be given. So when people bring up, you know, Logan, I love that dude, man. I love Logan Ryan. People talk about, oh, he's a slot. He is. But when he's played outside, he did the same thing. He's played against AJ Green on the outside, held his own. The film's there. But even if he is a slot corner, why is that bad? We drafted a young slot corner, right? In Holmes. We did that. Why not have a veteran who killed it last year, right? I mean, we have 4 sacks, 4 interceptions. He had the forced fumbles. He had the tackles, deflection. He did everything. Everything. Why not have this dude groom him? Why would that be a bad thing? You know, a lot of people are like, oh, it's a waste of money. Why? We can easily put him in the slot for a good portion of the year, or all year for that matter. Have Beal play outside. You know, think about it. We see this happen in the NFL all the time where we do it with quarterbacks, right? Where you only have one quarterback on the field, obviously. But you draft a quarterback and let him sit behind a veteran for a year. Why? So they can learn. Why not do the same thing with Holmes? He has the potential to be nasty. His highlights are nasty. His tape speaks for itself. If we don't go that option, that's my. I would love that. I would love that. For me, that's dream, best case scenario. If we don't, I don't see Holmes going on the outside. He's a little bit of a smaller guy. Young, obviously a rookie. He's like 5'9". I don't know how he would do in the NFL versus these bigger receivers. I wouldn't want to put a rookie in that situation. You know, we've seen our rookie DBs last year just get annihilated. Not just Baker. Love struggled. Valentine got beat up. Like, Valentine did nice in the preseason. He did. He did have some good games in the preseason, but I wouldn't want him there. So I would keep Holmes strictly for our slot if he has to come in. I think this is a situation where if we're talking about flexible D, I think we get creative with our packages. Sam Beal, Valentine. And just to cause the confusion, I think those two, first off, I think those two are going to be the primary two if we stay in-house. That's going to come down to Beal and Valentine. Question for Beal, though, is, we invested a third-round pick essentially into this dude, right? That's what we ended up giving up to get him. Dude just can't stay healthy. So God willing, my man stays healthy, and he could play for us if we stay in house. That's what I see happening. Let me know in the comments what you guys see, what you want to happen. Give me a like, comment, share this. I appreciate y'all. Thank you for hanging out with Front View, man. I'm out.